We just found something at the money pit on the wash table. It looks like a piece of parchment.
There are answers there. There's no question about that. Who knows what may be excavated out of that? Who knows how many more items of interest may surface? Wait, stop.
What's that? What is that? That's interesting.
You got it out. Come on. Fingers crossed. It's in my hand, whatever it is. Ooh.
The Lagina team discovered some incredible artifacts during their final borehole excavation, sparking even more curiosity about the island's hidden treasures. Each dig makes the search for Oak Island's legendary riches more thrilling. The whole team was filled with excitement and hope. Why is the team so hopeful about it? Let us explore this new find immediately. It can rewrite our history books. New discoveries lead to historical connections. Rick Lagina's investigation into a normally off-limits area of the island has led to the discovery of ancient items that seem to be valuable relics from the 17th and 18th centuries. This exciting find has boosted the team's morale, showing how unpredictable treasure hunting can be, with significant discoveries often coming after long waits. These ancient items, found in a rarely explored area, might have been handcrafted centuries ago. This suggests that important events happened here, potentially linked to the island's hidden stories. A key question arises. Did the original builders at Smith's Cove hide something valuable?
All right.
Hey, Jack, what do we got?
It's all just a jumble.
Or were they searching for something hidden by others? Among the intriguing finds are connections to the island's famous U-shaped structure. This structure has long been a focus of intense discussion and investigation. Some think it was built to store or hide valuable items, while others believe it might be part of a complex network of tunnels and traps designed to protect a central treasure location known as the Money Pit. The recent discoveries near this U-shaped structure are particularly promising. They could help solve the long-standing mysteries of the island. By determining the age of these artifacts, which include tools and everyday objects from the 17th and 18th centuries, the team can start to create a historical timeline of human activity on the island. These time markers are crucial because they align with periods of piracy along the coast of Nova Scotia and naval conflicts between France and England. The potential connection to the U-shaped structure is compelling. The recent discovery of Roman numerals on a small piece of a ramrod guide is unprecedented. This finding could strongly suggest a direct relationship between the new artifacts and the historic structure. If these items can be linked to the U-shaped structure, they could support the idea that the pit and its surrounding constructions were used to hide valuable items, fitting well with various legends associated with Oak Island, including buried pirate treasures and hidden caches from historical military conflicts.
There's some water coming out of there.
Well, that's what that 1863 Yarmouth Herald article.
As the team digs deeper, inspired by the clues unearthed in the restricted zone, the value of meticulous excavation and detailed analysis becomes clear. Each item, whether a fragment of pottery, a piece of metal, or a sample of wood, is carefully examined to ensure no piece is missed. The process of discovery is slow and painstaking, but each minor piece could be critical to revealing the larger story of Oak Island. Their approach shows a deep respect for the historical significance of the site. While finding treasure is the ultimate goal, uncovering historical truths is equally important. As the exploration progresses, the discoveries in the restricted area could lead to a major reassessment of what is known about Oak Island. The artifacts, dating back to the 17th and 18th centuries, offer insights into the lives of those who once inhabited the island and bring the team closer to the treasure they have long sought. The possibility of a significant breakthrough adds extra excitement to their quest, highlighting the dramatic and intriguing potential of Oak Island. Stay tuned to find out more. The recent discovery of a tunnel located 30 feet east of the garden shaft on Oak Island is a significant development in the ongoing exploration of the island's complex history. This finding, along with wooden samples containing traces of precious metals, has notably increased interest in the site, leading to more thorough investigations. These discoveries are potentially valuable and could also provide vital insights into Oak Island's historical context. The Lagina team has now shifted their efforts toward a challenging engineering project, deepening the garden shaft to reach 98 feet. Their goal is to access and explore the recently discovered tunnel, expected to reveal more about the island's past. This change in focus is not just about searching for treasures, but is a strategic move to unravel the structural complexities of the island. The presence of precious metals and wood samples near the tunnel indicates it may have been used historically for storing or transporting valuable materials. This aspect is particularly interesting because it supports several theories that suggest Oak Island was used as a storage place for various valuable items, ranging from pirate treasures to religious artifacts. Analyzing these wood samples involves carbon dating and other scientific techniques to establish a more precise timeline of the tunnel's usage, which helps paint a clearer picture of human activity on the island. Understanding whether this tunnel was part of the original constructions or added later is crucial for piecing together the island's history.
There is some water coming out of there.
Well, that's what that 1863 Yarmouth Herald article said.
New clues lead to more questions under the island, prompting the team to explore beneath the surface in hopes of finding Oak Island's hidden history. Digging deeper into Oak Island's past, further explorations and drilling are essential to confirm the presence of additional tunnels and understand their design and purpose. The engineering challenges of extending the garden shaft are considerable, given the unpredictable terrain and the risk of flooding, a recurring problem in previous excavations on Oak Island. The team must implement various techniques, from hydrological modeling to structural reinforcement, to ensure the stability of the excavation site and the crew's safety. This renewed focus on the tunnel near the garden shaft also encourages a broader examination of the island's geography. There are theories that the various tunnels, shafts, and pits discovered over the years are interconnected, possibly forming a complex underground network. This network could have been designed either to protect hidden treasures or to confuse those who sought them. The team hopes to gather evidence that could support or debunk these theories by accessing the tunnel below the garden shaft. The strategic decision to deepen the garden shaft is driven by a blend of historical curiosity and the excitement of potential discoveries. Moreover, this phase of the project is about more than just physical excavation. It involves careful planning, consultations with various experts, and compliance with regulatory requirements to protect the site's integrity and historical value. The complex logistics of this operation, including discussions with Duma Contracting and careful monitoring of structural safety, underscore the high stakes involved in this endeavor. The team's dedication to pushing the boundaries of traditional excavation methods, in hopes that this more calculated approach to exploring the Money Pit area will yield unprecedented results, may eventually lead to new insights into Oak Island's history. The anticipation of what might be uncovered next adds a thrilling dimension to the ongoing explorations. But there's even more. The uncovering of old items, like a ceramic shard and a gun inscribed with Roman numerals at the Oak Island excavation, connects us to a distant past, offering hints that might help explain the island's long history. These objects, discovered amid rigorous digging and excavation efforts, are intriguing not only because of their age and origins, but also because they provide insights into the events and people who may have visited or lived on the island centuries ago. The pottery shard and the gun marked with Roman numerals are particularly significant.
There's certainly roundness in the hole.
Oh, another one. It's a coin.
In archaeological settings, pottery shards are invaluable because they endure over time and reveal much about the everyday lives of ancient people, such as their eating habits, trading practices, and cultural exchanges. The gun, with its unique Roman numeral markings, indicates a clear historical link, suggesting possible military activities or presences on the island. The application of Roman numerals might pinpoint a specific historical period and typical practices within historical military groups. These artifacts were examined using advanced, non-destructive X-ray radiation analysis, a modern technique that allows researchers to investigate the artifacts in great detail without causing damage. This analysis can uncover a wealth of information, including the material's composition and the techniques used in their manufacture, which are crucial for accurately dating the artifacts and tracing their origins. The alignment of Roman numerals on the gun with similar discoveries from Smith's Cove in the early 1970s is particularly telling. A team member remarked, "We have what looks like Roman numerals," suggesting a possible connection to a military unit. This pattern indicates that there might have been either a continuous or repeated human presence on Oak Island over the years, perhaps drawn by its strategic location or rumored valuable treasures. Smith's Cove has long been recognized in Oak Island lore as a location of ancient and intricate engineering works, including the well-known box drains, thought to be designed to fill the so-called pit with seawater, thus thwarting any efforts to retrieve whatever valuables might be hidden there. The historical relevance of these findings is further enhanced by the legends surrounding Oak Island, which include stories of buried pirate treasure, hidden Masonic artifacts, and even undiscovered Shakespearean manuscripts. Furthermore, these discoveries contribute to the broader narrative of maritime history in the North Atlantic, an area known for its colonial expansions, military conflicts, and robust trade and piracy activities during the 17th and 18th centuries. The presence of artifacts with a military style such as the gun might suggest the involvement of colonial powers using the island as a concealed cache or as a strategic outpost during these tumultuous times. But that's not the end of this. The quest for treasure on Oak Island, undertaken by the Lagina team, is marked by both the excitement of new discoveries and the formidable challenges that accompany such ventures. Among these challenges, bureaucratic hurdles are significant, especially the necessity for permits required for deeper and broader tunnel excavations.
What's that?
Yeah. Oh, whoa. Is that the mother lode right there? That looks like it. Yeah, there it is.
No way, I think that is.
These permits are essential for the continuation of the excavation, particularly when new tunnels and structures are uncovered that necessitate further investigation. The sluggish pace of bureaucratic processes can greatly hinder progress, as each day spent waiting for approvals is a day not spent unveiling the historical layers of the island. This season has brought significant progress, as the team uncovered a tunnel located 30 feet east of the garden shaft, intensifying the push to delve deeper into their exploration. They have devoted considerable time and effort to mapping this tunnel, and there is now a palpable sense of anticipation among the team members to not only visually inspect its interior, but also to discover its potential destinations. The retrieval of precious metals and fragments of wood from within this tunnel not only hints at the possibility of hidden treasure, but also hints at a layered historical story waiting to be revealed, offering substantial insights into previous activities on the island. Finding old military items makes the team hurry to dig further, each layer possibly revealing more of the island's past. Artifacts found in the circular hole. The presence of artifacts retrieved from the debris of a circular hole accentuates the necessity of continuing the excavation urgently. These artifacts, which date back to the 17th and mid-18th centuries, could potentially provide crucial information about the presence of military personnel or privateers who might have utilized the island as an operational base or a concealed location for storing pilfered treasures. However, the endeavor to excavate further is frequently hindered by delays in obtaining necessary permits, compounded by the stringent requirements set to ensure that the excavation activities do not damage the historically rich and ecologically sensitive environment of Oak Island. Every phase of the excavation process undergoes meticulous scrutiny, necessitating a delicate balance between the eagerness to explore deeper and the obligation to maintain the site's historical integrity. Achieving this balance is vital not only for honoring the site's historical significance, but also for ensuring continued public and governmental support for the project. Moreover, the team's continued discoveries add complexity to the understanding of Oak Island's past. Using XRF analysis on 2 samples revealed a high concentration of gold, specifically 700 parts per million, sparking excitement among the team members. The items unearthed from the circular hole may be linked to past military operations or maritime activities within the region, suggesting a rich history of strategic use of the island. Each artifact, ranging from the smallest shard of pottery to musket balls and old military equipment, could potentially contribute a piece to understanding the broader historical context of the island.
Structures all over the place. We're finding out about all kinds of things that we didn't know were there.
Through the application of modern archaeological techniques, the team hopes to construct a more detailed and comprehensive timeline of the island's historical usage and residency. And the best part is yet to come. This ongoing process of discovery and analysis is critical, as it not only uncovers new facets of the island's past, but also gradually builds a detailed and expansive view of its historical importance. Each artifact, carefully extracted and examined, adds depth to our understanding of the island, potentially redefining known historical narratives and shedding light on the activities that took place there over the centuries. The combination of advanced technology and historical investigation continues to open new avenues for exploration, each finding prompting further questions and leading to a deeper exploration of Oak Island's complex history. The latest discoveries on Oak Island have unveiled new opportunities for investigation. The detection of potential military artifacts indicates a possibility of uncovering larger collections nearby, which might include hidden caches of weapons or buried supplies. These finds are not merely significant for their historical value. They also lend weight to existing theories about the identities and motives of those who may have built the notorious Money Pit and other complex structures on the island. The exploration efforts at Oak Island have recently become more compelling due to advancements near the garden shaft. The identification of a high-density anomaly west of this location has sparked renewed enthusiasm and hope among the Lagina team and their enthusiastic supporters. Found using sophisticated geophysical techniques, this anomaly points to the presence of soft material, suggesting the potential proximity to another structure, possibly the speculated tunnel that might be connected with the garden shaft. The discovery of this anomaly is critical. Geophysical anomalies usually reveal variations in the materials beneath the surface, which can indicate the presence of empty spaces, tunnels, or dense clusters of different materials. On Oak Island, these could potentially include hidden artifacts or structures. The discovery of soft material through drilling near this anomaly further supports the theory of an underground structure. This finding corroborates several theories that posit Oak Island is crisscrossed with an elaborate network of tunnels and traps, ingeniously constructed to safeguard or hide treasures believed to be buried underneath.
There's certainly roundness in the hole.
Oh, another one. It's a coin.
The garden shaft, a prominent feature of the island's intriguing landscape, might have originally served various functions. It is theorized to have been everything from a ventilation shaft to part of a sophisticated flood tunnel system designed to protect the central Money Pit. This ongoing exploration and the connections it reveals to additional subterranean features could provide critical insights into the advanced engineering techniques employed by past inhabitants or visitors to the island. But there's more to that story. Each new finding adds layers to our understanding of Oak Island's history as exploration continues. The potential of discovering more artifacts and structures keeps both researchers and followers highly engaged in the ongoing investigation. Every piece of unearthed evidence brings them closer to piecing together the island's complex history, offering a clearer picture of the technological prowess and the extensive efforts undertaken by its earlier visitors or residents to construct such an intricate network of defensive and protective structures. These structures, including the Money Pit and surrounding tunnels, are believed to have been designed with remarkable skill, possibly to keep valuable items safe from intruders or natural disasters. The drilling activities near the garden shaft and the subsequent discoveries there represent not just a quest for treasure, but a crucial archaeological and historical investigation. If the newly uncovered soft material and the identified high-density anomaly indeed lead to a previously unknown tunnel, it could validate many long-standing theories about the island's ingeniously designed traps and concealed passageways. Such discoveries could not only potentially lead to finding treasures, but might also shed light on the techniques and objectives of the architects who constructed these elaborate underground structures. The uncovering of the high-density anomaly and the soft material raises several important questions. What is the full extent of this newly discovered structure? How does it connect to the existing garden shaft? Is it a component of a larger, more complex network that includes the famous Money Pit and other known tunnels on Oak Island? Answering these questions is vital for a comprehensive understanding of the historical and possibly the cultural significance of Oak Island, which might involve narratives of pirates, historical military campaigns, or clandestine groups like the Freemasons. Excitement grows as new finds near the garden shaft hint at more tunnels and traps guarding the island's treasures. The excitement of new discoveries. These findings have significant implications, extending beyond the mere hunt for hidden treasures. They contribute to a deeper understanding of maritime history and the many legends associated with Oak Island. Each excavation, drilled borehole, and each artifact unearthed adds depth to our understanding of this age-old saga. The discovery of what seems to be a tunnel rich in treasures near the garden shaft marks a critical turning point in the long-running saga that has captivated historians, treasure hunters, and enthusiasts of unresolved tales for many generations. This latest find, which includes various artifacts and traces of precious metals, revitalizes the exploration efforts, bolstering the team's confidence that they are on the right track to uncovering the island's rich history. As the Lagina team prepares to extend the garden shaft, the discovery of this tunnel is recognized not merely as a potential treasure site, but as a significant archaeological breakthrough. It suggests the presence of a more complex network of underground structures than previously assumed, possibly pointing to advanced engineering capabilities of the island's past visitors or residents. The artifacts uncovered within what is believed to be a tunnel are crucial for piecing together who might have constructed these elaborate tunnels and for what purposes.
Encountered what we believe to be a tunnel in an area where we have a target based on the seismic data.
Further probing into the area could reveal more about the historical context in which these structures were built, offering clues about the social, economic, and technological circumstances of the time. Every new piece of evidence could help clarify how these tunnels and traps were engineered to withstand time and conceal their contents so effectively. This ongoing research not only brings us closer to possibly discovering hidden treasures, but also helps us appreciate the ingenuity and planning that went into creating such a complex and intriguing underground system. The recent discovery of precious metals within a tunnel on Oak Island adds significant weight to the long-standing theories that the island was used as a storage site for a variety of valuable items, ranging from pirate treasure to religious artifacts. The uncovering of these metals suggests that the tunnel's construction was intended not just for utility, but as a strategic move to safeguard these treasures, possibly to shield them from rival groups or during turbulent times. Keep watching to find out more about this. This finding introduces a multitude of questions regarding the size and complexity of the underground tunnel network beneath Oak Island. The potential treasure-laden tunnel discovered near the garden shaft may just be a part of a more expansive maze of passageways that could link different sections of the island, including the infamous Money Pit. If it is established that this tunnel predates the shaft, it would indicate a more complex and calculated plan than simply uncovering an unknown tunnel. Historically, the idea has been that these interconnected tunnels were designed with the specific intent of protecting a centralized treasure location. The artifacts unearthed in this newly discovered tunnel will necessitate extensive examination and analysis to fully understand their significance. Various scientific techniques such as carbon dating, which helps in determining the age of organic materials, metallurgical analysis, which examines the composition and properties of metal artifacts, and potentially forensic methodologies to uncover more about their origins and cultural significance, are expected to be employed. This in-depth analytical process is vital not only for validating the authenticity of these findings, but also for contextualizing them within the broader historical narrative of Oak Island's use through the ages. Moreover, the logistical and engineering challenges involved in expanding the garden shaft to access and explore this tunnel are considerable. The team must carefully manage aspects like the structural integrity of the tunnel,
And that's what we're trying to decipher.
preventing water ingress, and ensuring the safety of the excavation crew, among other concerns. This task requires a collaborative effort from a multidisciplinary team, including geologists who study the Earth, engineers who can provide expertise on structural stability, and archaeologists who bring an understanding of historical contexts. This comprehensive approach is crucial to ensure that the exploration does not disturb the historical integrity of the site more than necessary, while also allowing for a detailed and careful examination of the newly discovered areas. As the team progresses, every step of the excavation brings them closer to potentially groundbreaking discoveries that could redefine our understanding of Oak Island's historical role. Each artifact and each sample of soil or material analyzed could provide clues to the past activities on the island, helping to piece together the events that led to the creation of this elaborate underground network. The implications of these findings extend beyond the immediate thrill of treasure hunting. They contribute significantly to our knowledge of maritime history and the historical narratives associated with Oak Island. These narratives often include tales of pirates, military expeditions, and possibly involvement of groups like the Freemasons, which add layers of historical depth to the site. The ongoing discoveries also have the potential to draw in a wider audience, including historians, archaeologists, and the general public, all captivated by the unfolding story of Oak Island. And the best part is yet to come. The exploration of Oak Island continues to be a source of fascinating discoveries and challenges. The strategic extension of the garden shaft and the exploration of new tunnels are not just about unearthing hidden treasures, but also about uncovering important pieces of history. These efforts require careful planning, scientific analysis, and a respect for the archaeological significance of the site. As each layer of dirt is removed and each new passage is explored, the team adds to our understanding of a place steeped in historical intrigue, pushing forward the limits of what we know about Oak Island and the stories buried beneath its surface. Complex structures and new artifacts suggest links to old stories, driving the team to explore more of Oak Island for answers. The theories of Templar treasures. Oak Island has consistently attracted attention due to its complex history and ongoing discussions about possible hidden treasures. The island is a hotbed of continuous exploration, uncovering clues that hint at a deep, multifaceted historical connection, possibly involving the Knights Templar and various infamous pirates. The Knights Templar, an ancient Christian military group celebrated for their significant wealth and combat skills, are central to numerous theories about Oak Island. The intriguing disappearance of this group, after their order was disbanded and many members faced persecution, has led many to speculate that they might have hidden their enormous treasures on the island. The finding of items like a musket marked with Roman numerals, fragments of old pottery, and signs of early European activity strengthens the argument that the Templars could have chosen Oak Island as a hidden place to keep their treasures safe, particularly after they were forced to disband in the early 14th century. Pirate stories are equally integral to the lore of Oak Island. It's believed that famed pirates such as Captain Kidd and Blackbeard might have chosen the island as an unknown spot for storing their plundered riches. An old map featuring a note about Kidd's treasure suggests that even historical mapmakers recognized Oak Island as a notable place for buried treasure. Artifacts from the 17th and 18th centuries, a time when piracy was rampant in the Atlantic, lend further weight to these theories. Every discovery made on Oak Island enriches our understanding of its history, which is believed to involve strategic military maneuvers, hidden caches of wealth, and pivotal confidential bases. From small pottery shards to signs of past encampments, each piece unearthed helps to piece together the complex tapestry of historical narratives tied to this intriguing island. These ongoing discoveries not only fuel the fascination with Oak Island, but also progressively deepen our comprehension of the island's potential historical importance and its role in broader global events during those times. The intricate structures uncovered on Oak Island, including advanced flood tunnels and a newly found potential treasure tunnel near the garden shaft, demonstrate a significant level of engineering skill. This expertise could have been possessed by pirates or their associates, who would have had both the motive and the ability to build secure hiding places for their treasures. Furthermore, the theory that military operations were once conducted on the island is reinforced by discoveries of items that might have belonged to historical military forces, such as weapons and strategically designed structures. Oak Island, strategically located along essential maritime routes, would have been an ideal base for military units to operate out of sight, potentially using the tunnels and pits to store weapons or the gains from battles. Keep watching to find out more about this. These theories are not just individual stories, but are deeply related with Oak Island's historical backdrop. Combining Templar legends, pirate stories, and military strategies provides a layered narrative that might explain the sophisticated underground constructions and the diverse artifacts found across the island. Each new artifact or structure unearthed not only adds a layer to our understanding of the island's past, but also offers insights into the likely purposes of these constructions and the identities of their creators. For instance, the discovery of a high-density anomaly in soft materials near the garden shaft is particularly significant. This find suggests that the tunnel network on the island might have been part of a larger, more complex system, perhaps used for hiding and transporting valuables or serving as emergency escape routes. Such clues are pivotal, as they help construct a clearer picture of the historical activities that might have taken place on Oak Island. The fascination with Oak Island continues with each excavation season, as each brings new clues and potentially transformative revelations. The exploration team's persistent and meticulous approach helps unearth artifacts that may eventually lead to one of the greatest treasure finds in history. The full story of Oak Island remains unconfirmed, but with each drilling and excavation, the team gets closer to understanding the complex web of historical undertakings that lie deep within the island. As further explorations are planned, the global community watches with keen interest, hopeful that the next season will finally disclose the long-rumored treasures believed to be concealed on Oak Island. The prospect of uncovering significant historical artifacts and possibly a vast treasure continues to motivate the explorers, who meticulously document and analyze every piece they find, hoping to piece together the island's storied past. The blend of historical narratives involving the Knights Templar, pirates, and military operations creates a rich tapestry of theories about who might have used the island and for what purposes. The Templars, renowned for their martial prowess and considerable wealth, are often at the center of these theories. Their sudden disbandment and the subsequent persecution of their members have led many to speculate that they could have used Oak Island as a safe place to hide their treasures following their fall from grace in the early 14th century. Pirate tales add another layer of intrigue to the island's history. Famous pirates like Captain Kidd and Blackbeard are rumored to have used Oak Island as a stash for their pilfered riches. This theory is supported by artifacts from the 17th and 18th centuries.
Scientists have found clues that aliens might be hiding secrets up in the sky. Mecca, just 50 miles from the Red Sea. Here in the crowded markets where traders once exchanged exotic goods, Muhammad received a revelation from above that changed everything. This city is more than a spiritual hub. It was a critical crossroads of ancient trade. What artifacts could still be hidden in its stones? Let us explore the untold stories of Mecca, where the divine and the earthly are connected. The heartbeat of Mecca. Back then, Mecca was a busy trading hub. It was a key port where goods from India and Asia arrived. These items were then moved overland to Damascus and shipped by sea to Egypt, making Mecca a vital part of a thriving trade network. But this wasn't the most remarkable part. Amidst this economic boom, Muhammad received a divine revelation, a turning point in Islamic history. Understanding Muhammad and his teachings is deeply connected to Mecca. For Muslims, Mecca is more than just a place on the map. It's a spiritual center, Every day, Muslims around the world pray facing Mecca, a practice that connects them no matter where they are. Often called the spiritual center of the world, the Kaaba stands at the heart of Mecca's Grand Mosque, which is the most important and largest place of worship for Muslims everywhere. This sacred site, seen by many as a gateway to heaven, touches hearts with its deep holiness. The Kaaba is a cube-shaped granite building that stands out in the mosque. It's 43 feet high and 36 feet wide, and these measurements aren't just physical, but show its great spiritual importance. Covered in black silk with gold embroidery, the Kaaba shines with a serious beauty that attracts millions of pilgrims every year, all seeking its blessings and the cleansing it offers. But this isn't the only amazing part. According to Islamic teachings, this holy structure dates back to around 2000 BC, built by Abraham, a key figure respected in both Islam and Judaism. Islamic stories say that Abraham, with the help of his first son Ishmael, laid the foundations of the Kaaba. This story connects the site not only to Muslims, but also to other monotheistic faiths, as Abraham is a central figure in Judaism too. The stories passed down through generations. It is said that Abraham had two sons, Ishmael and Isaac, who would both start great nations and continue their father's legacy of faith. The building of the Kaaba by Abraham and Ishmael is a key part of this legacy, showing their devotion and obedience to God's will. But this isn't the end of the story. The Grand Mosque surrounding the Kaaba is more than just a building. It's a symbol of hope and faith for Muslims. It reminds them of the deep historical and spiritual ties that connect the Muslim community not only to this sacred place, but to each other across the world. The pilgrimage to this holy place, made by believers from all over the globe, is a strong show of unity and spiritual renewal. This gathering, one of the largest peaceful congregations in the world, shows the lasting importance and strong pull of the Kaaba in the hearts of the faithful. Every year, almost 3 million Muslims from all over the world go to the holy city of Mecca for the Hajj. This pilgrimage is a deep act of faith, as each Muslim, at least once in their life, aims to follow the paths once walked by prophets Abraham, Ishmael, and Muhammad. Hajj is more than just a trip. It's a chance for spiritual awakening, a moment to stand where these honored figures once stood. In the heart of Mecca is the Kaaba, a cube-shaped building central to Islam. Pilgrims gather here feeling a strong sense of unity and devotion to perform rituals that connect them to their faith and to each other. One of the key rituals is about the Kaaba itself. Pilgrims walk around it 7 times in a counterclockwise direction. This act, called tawaf, is both a physical and spiritual practice, symbolizing the unity and central place of their faith in their lives. But this isn't the most amazing part. Inside the Kaaba's old walls is the Black Stone, a relic with a mysterious past. Found in the eastern corner of the Kaaba, pilgrims touch or gesture towards it during their walk, a powerful moment of connection to their heritage and to God. Yet this is not the end of the story. Hajj also involves several other important rituals. One of them is the Sa'i, where pilgrims walk 7 times between the hills of Safa and Marwa. This act commemorates Hagar's desperate search for water for her son Ishmael, symbolizing trust and perseverance. Overall, the journey of Hajj is filled with meaningful acts and deep reflections. It's a path of faith, unity, and renewal, bringing millions together in a shared experience of devotion and connection to their spiritual roots. There's a story about a stone that fell from the sky, said to be sent by an angel, and it ended up in a special spot in a shrine. Michael Coogan mentions another belief, one that existed before Muhammad's time. He says this rock, respected even before Muhammad, is actually an ancient meteorite. In ancient times, a falling star was often seen as a divine message, maybe from their gods. Robert Mullins talks about the rituals around this special rock. During the sacred walk around the Kaaba, which believers do 7 times, they try to touch or kiss the meteorite if they can. This act connects them physically and spiritually to the heavens from which the meteorite came, offering a real link to the divine. This shows the deep connection between the earth and the sky, with the rock acting as a bridge between the two. Sacred stones have always fascinated people. The mysteries of the Black Stone in Mecca. With more and more people visiting over time, actually kissing the stone has become impossible. Now people show their respect by simply pointing at the stone. This change helps keep the tradition alive while dealing with today's challenges. George Nuri shares a popular belief that this stone came from the sky, possibly a meteorite that landed on Earth. Over the years, parts of the stone have chipped away, but these fragments are carefully kept in a silver frame, showing how important and special this stone is. Some experts, like scientists and scholars, think the black stone might really be a meteorite. If that's true, it makes us think about what this means for the Islamic faith. Imagine millions of Muslims around the world pray towards Mecca, where this stone is kept. This connects them not just to their spiritual roots, but maybe also to something much bigger than our planet. But that's not the whole story. Many people think that the Kaaba in Mecca gives off a special kind of energy. This energy is believed to refresh anyone who comes near it, making them feel better both spiritually and physically. Some people say this energy comes from the black stone in the Kaaba, which they believe might be from outer space. But this isn't the only fascinating part. Because the Kaaba is so important in Islam, scientists aren't allowed to study the black stone in detail. For many Muslims, where the black stone came from isn't just interesting, it's a matter of faith. They believe it was sent down from paradise. According to some stories, the archangel Michael came down from heaven and gave Abraham a message. This message was written down and placed inside a stone. That stone is now part of the Kaaba. People see it as a gift from heaven, a direct link to the divine. So the Kaaba is not just a place of worship, but also a symbol of a heavenly connection in Islam. The southwestern part of Karnataka, India, about 10 miles from the busy city, lies the Shalmala River. This river hides a sacred site called Sahasralinga for most of the year. However, during a special time each year, the river's waters recede, revealing stone sculptures that have a deep spiritual meaning. These sculptures are Shiva Lingams, sacred symbols of the Hindu god Shiva. These Shiva Lingams become visible during the festival of Maha Shivaratri, which usually happens at the end of February or the beginning of March. During this festival, the river's water levels drop enough to uncover the Shiva Lingams, giving thousands of pilgrims a chance to see these holy idols. The festival is all about honoring Lord Shiva and his divine nature. But this isn't the only fascinating part. Shiva Lingams are shaped like a spherical column, often seen as a flaming pillar that represents the universe's cosmic center. Each Shiva Lingam sits in a yoni, a base that not only supports it, but also helps during worship. When devotees pour offerings over the Shiva Lingam, the yoni ensures that the sacred liquids flow over the idol smoothly, creating a spiritual connection. The worship of Shiva Lingams isn't just limited to India, it spreads across Southeast Asia and even reaches parts of East Asia. Over the centuries, the symbol of Shiva as a lingam has traveled to places like China and Japan, influencing religious practices far from its Indian roots. This widespread respect shows the deep cultural and spiritual ties shared across these regions, all revolving around the powerful image of Shiva in the form of the Shiva Lingam. Over 2,000 years ago, the Shiva Lingam appeared, causing debates about its true meaning. Some believe it might be a highly advanced technological device, a theory supported by those who believe in ancient astronauts. A major event took place at the Paris Congress of History of Religions. Swami Vivekananda, a respected monk and scientist, was scheduled to speak. He was known for his deep understanding of Hindu symbols and was eager to share his knowledge with the Western world. As he stood in front of an international audience, Swami Vivekananda addressed the common misunderstandings about the Shiva Lingam. Many Western scholars thought it was purely an intimate symbol, linking the cylindrical lingam with male energy and the yoni, its base, with female energy. But this wasn't the worst part. They were missing the deeper meaning. Swami Vivekananda explained that the Shiva Lingam is not just a phallic symbol, it represents divine energy. He described it as a symbol of the dynamic forces of creation and dissolution in the universe. He pointed out that the term linga means pillar, symbolizing stability and foundational strength, not just an intimate symbol. This new perspective was meant to improve the understanding and appreciation of Hindu symbolism, highlighting that the Shiva Lingam stands for energy and cosmic power. But there's more to it. Modern Hindu scholars have even suggested that the Shiva Lingam could represent atomic energy, linking ancient spiritual insights with modern scientific ideas. This view combines ancient wisdom with contemporary science, showing that what was once seen as spiritual can also be understood scientifically. Swami Vivekananda's lecture not only cleared up misunderstandings, but also deepened the discussion about the Shiva Lingam. His words had a lasting impact, encouraging scholars and curious minds to look beyond surface interpretations and explore the deeper meanings in cultural symbols. Supporters of ancient astronaut theories point to the Shiva Linga, a religious object, as evidence. The Shiva Linga shape is like a modern nuclear reactor. The groove around its base is similar to structures that hold contaminated water in nuclear plants. Ancient artifacts reveal more about old technologies, ancient temples, and the hidden technologies. In Hindu rituals, people pour water or milk over the Shiva Linga. This act is like the cooling process of nuclear reactors, where water flows over the reactor core to keep it cool. This similarity makes us wonder if ancient people knew about these complex technologies. But this isn't the only interesting part. Shiva temples are often near water sources like rivers and lakes, just like nuclear power plants that need lots of water for cooling. This has led some to think that the Shiva Linga might be an ancient model of a nuclear power plant. At the Sanskrit College in Kolkata, India, something exciting happened. Eric von Daniken, an explorer of ancient civilizations, met with Professor Dilip Kanjalal. They explored Vedic Sanskrit, the language that has preserved Hindu hymns and rituals for centuries. Professor Kanjalal had been carefully studying old Indian texts and translating them into modern language. His work revealed fascinating stories about gods who, according to these texts, traveled between heaven and earth in flying machines called vimanas. These ancient scripts, some thousands of years old, gave detailed descriptions of vimanas. They explained not only what these flying vehicles looked like, but also how they flew and what knowledge was needed to pilot them. The text described vimanas as having technology and abilities that seemed far advanced for that time. But this wasn't the most surprising part. Eric was amazed by these descriptions and began to think that vimanas were real, mechanical aircraft, proof of advanced technology in ancient civilizations. He suggested that these vehicles were used by ancient astronauts who visited Earth from far-off places in the universe. The discussions between Eric and Professor Kanjalal at the Sanskrit College led to many investigations and debates about ancient texts and the possible existence of advanced prehistoric technologies. This meeting not only deepened the understanding of Hindu scriptures, but also sparked broader conversations about the origins of human civilization and the potential influence of visitors from other worlds. But that wasn't the end of the story. These discussions opened up even more questions and mysteries about our past, encouraging researchers and enthusiasts alike to dig deeper into the ancient texts and explore new theories about our history. Eric von Daniken turned his focus to India, a country full of ancient wonders. He was amazed by the towering temples scattered across the land, known as stupas and vimanas. These impressive structures made him wonder about their origins and the ancient technologies they might represent. India's long history, spanning thousands of years, provided a rich area for study. However, few had explored its ancient civilization as deeply as von Daniken did. He noticed that many Hindu temples, especially in the Far East, had designs that looked like flying objects, often seen as vimanas. These temples, with their detailed designs that resemble celestial vehicles, suggest that ancient people in India might have seen such flying machines. This idea fits with ancient Vedic texts, which describe aerial battles involving vimanas. These texts challenge the usual view of history as a straight line, hinting instead at a cycle where old technologies were once common and are now being rediscovered. But this wasn't the most surprising part. Stories from different cultures around the world also talk about flying vehicles and beings who traveled the skies, some even on flying horses. It was von Daniken who connected these stories, suggesting that these divine figures were not just myths but used real mechanical crafts to travel, much like modern airplanes. In his famous book, Chariots of the Gods, von Daniken explores the biblical story of Enoch, who talked about celestial beings called the guardians of the sky. These beings, also known as fallen angels, interacted with humans, leading to the birth of giants, a mix of humans and these extraordinary beings. Von Daniken's theory suggested that humans might be descendants of these celestial beings, implying that our civilization was started by extraterrestrial influences thousands of years ago. This idea makes us rethink our understanding of human history and the technological abilities of our ancestors, showing a past filled with interactions between humans and advanced otherworldly visitors. But the most intriguing part, this theory opens up a whole new way of looking at our past, where ancient technologies and celestial beings played a crucial role in shaping the world we know today. Varanasi, India, located 500 miles southeast of Delhi along the sacred Ganges River, you'll find one of the oldest cities in the world. This city is believed to have been established by divine beings. It's long been a center of wisdom and education. One of the city's most famous historical figures is Sushruta, an ancient doctor known for his early contributions to surgery in India. Sushruta's medical achievements were amazing. He performed skin grafts, removed cataracts, and did early forms of reconstructive surgery. His deep knowledge showed an advanced understanding of medical science for his time. But this wasn't the most surprising part. Sushruta is also known as the first practitioner of Ayurveda, one of the oldest medical systems in the world. His work laid the foundation for traditional medicine in India and influenced early global health practices. Through figures like Sushruta, Varanasi has had a lasting impact on knowledge and medicine, continuing to be remembered as a place of significant historical and medical advancements. Hindu stories, Sushruta learned a lot from a divine being named Dhanvantari. Dhanvantari is seen as a great god who taught the ways of healing, both for the body and the mind. This important knowledge was given to Sushruta, making sure these methods were a strong part of ancient Indian culture. Over time, this knowledge hasn't just stayed the same, but has grown and developed a lot. Ancient medicine blends divine wisdom with early science. The divine healers of the origin. Dhanvantari's influence is also seen in how Ayurveda is practiced today. It's a tradition that has not only survived, but continues to grow, adapting to modern times without losing its original essence. Through Sushruta, the principles of Ayurveda have been passed down through generations, ensuring that this ancient wisdom continues to benefit people around the world. Ancient stories, the god Dhanvantari is famous not just for his healing powers, but also for his ability to change shape. People say that when he visited Earth, he could turn into different forms, like a bird. This amazing skill shows his magical nature and connects him to other gods who had similar abilities. Similarly, the Egyptian god Thoth, who is often shown as a man with a bird's head, was also a healer. Thoth was known for his wisdom and was the patron of scribes, linking him to both knowledge and medicine. But this wasn't the most interesting part. Could there be a link between Dhanvantari and Thoth? Their bird forms and healing powers make us wonder if they came from the same origins, or if their stories were shared between cultures. Thinking about this connection helps us explore how different ancient civilizations might have influenced each other through their myths and gods. This idea not only helps us understand these gods better, but also shows how our ancestors' stories and beliefs might have been connected. The stories of exploration, Dhanvantari is a key figure, often associated with tales of bird-like celestial beings. These beings are credited with giving humanity the first insights into medicine, human anatomy, and healing techniques. According to these stories, early humans learned how to understand and heal their bodies from these otherworldly visitors. These accounts suggest that our earliest medical practices weren't just a result of human trial and error, but were gifts from the skies. These advanced insights were thought to come from visitors beyond our world. People who followed Vantari's teachings dismissed the idea that such knowledge could have come from earthly sources. Vantari himself claimed that his deep understanding of medicinal arts came directly from these divine beings. He described them not as mythical figures, but as real influencers from the stars. He believed their interactions with early human societies shaped the very foundation of our approach to health and wellness. This idea, while fantastical to some, provides a fascinating look at how ancient civilizations might have interpreted encounters with beings they saw as far superior. But this wasn't the most surprising part. What really captivated people was Vantari's unwavering belief in the reality of these celestial beings. He spoke about them with such conviction that many couldn't help but wonder if there was some truth to his tales. These stories of celestial beings and their gifts of knowledge weren't just casual tales. They were a fundamental part of Vantari's teachings. He believed that without these visitors, humanity's understanding of medicine would be far less advanced. This perspective offers a unique view of how ancient people explained the origins of their knowledge and skills. Yet it's important to remember that not everyone accepted Vantari's stories. Many saw them as mere legends or fabrications. However, the impact of these tales on early medical practices and beliefs can't be denied. Vantari's influence, whether based in reality or myth, helped shape the way ancient civilizations approached health and healing. But here's the twist. While some dismissed Vantari's stories as pure fantasy, others were inspired by them to explore and expand their own understanding of medicine. This blend of myth and reality pushed the boundaries of what was known and accepted in the field of healing. Throughout history, many cultures believed that the earliest forms of surgery and medicine were gifts from the gods. This idea is interesting because it shows how human progress has often been linked with spiritual or divine help. It suggests that our ancestors thought they needed knowledge beyond what humans could understand. A fascinating place that supports this idea is an archaeological park in Colombia. This park is located along the western bank of the Magdalena River, near where it meets two other rivers. This spot is not just where waters come together, but also where ancient wisdom and stories meet. In this park, a sacred statue was discovered. Some people think this statue shows a link between ancient healing practices and extraterrestrial influences. This statue is very intriguing because it might indicate a time when people believed that beings from the stars shared their advanced knowledge with humans. But this wasn't the most surprising part. The idea that celestial beings influenced early medicine gives us a new way to think about how our ancestors understood health and surgery. As we explore more of these ancient stories and artifacts, we see a pattern of reverence towards higher powers believed to be behind advancements in health and medicine. These stories don't just highlight human achievement, but also suggest a larger cosmic plan where divine or alien beings play a crucial role in shaping our history. This theme appears in many ancient civilizations around the world. Thinking about these connections further, we might wonder how these ancient beliefs influence modern views on medicine and spirituality. The mix of divine help and human knowledge offers a complete view that is both enlightening and thought-provoking. It suggests that by learning about our past, we might also be discovering the bigger connections that define our existence. But that's not the end of it. This journey into our history might also change how we see our future. Exploring old civilizations shows surprising connections. The mystery of San Agustine's ancient astronauts. In a remote part of Colombia, there's an interesting place called San Agustin. Some people who believe in ancient astronaut theories think this spot wasn't chosen by chance. They ask, why San Agustin? Similarly, in India, there's a special place called Triveni. Here, three big rivers come together, creating a holy spot filled with temples. People who traveled from India to Colombia might have picked San Agustin because its unique geography is similar to Triveni. To find such an important place, they might have used aerial surveys. Ancient texts mention vimanas, or old flying machines, which could explain how these early travelers found the exact location. This makes us think that the ancient Shiva temple in San Agustin might be more than just a place of worship. It could be a sign of amazing historical and geographical connections. But this isn't the most surprising part. The similarities between San Agustin and Triveni go beyond their geography. Some believe these connections show a deeper link between ancient cultures. The ancient Hindu text, the Mahabharata, there are mentions of vimanas, flying machines that could travel great distances. This raises an interesting question. Did Hindu explorers travel from India to South America, a journey of around 12,000 miles, using these vimanas? If so, they might have settled in South America long before other known explorers. Supporters of ancient astronaut theories believe this journey was possible and even happened. They point to the stone statues in San Agustin as key evidence. According to them, these statues hold the reasons for the ancient Hindus' epic journey to South America. But this isn't the most surprising part. The idea that ancient civilizations could have made contact across continents is not only fascinating, but also changes how we think about historical interactions. The possibility that advanced technology, like vimanas, was used for long-distance travel in ancient times challenges our current views on technology and cultural exchanges between distant civilizations. By looking at artifacts and texts, like the detailed stories in the Mahabharata and the mysterious sculptures in San Agustin, researchers are trying to piece together a potentially connected past that spans oceans and cultures. This exploration into human history not only broadens our understanding of ancient technologies, but also the development of human civilization itself. But there's more to uncover. As we delve deeper into these theories, we realize how much we still have to learn about the past. The idea that ancient people might have had advanced technology shifts our entire perspective on history and human ingenuity. An archaeological park, we stand before an amazing statue, which I'm excited to show as our last stop on this tour. This figure looks like an astronaut. It's covered from head to toe, wearing a helmet with a visor. The face is simple, almost like a cartoon, with two rectangular eyes and a matching mouth. But there's no nose. But here's the interesting part. The statue is holding a long, slender object called a power staff. This isn't just any old artifact. The staff extends from the figure's hands down past its feet into the ground below. It's a fascinating design, especially when you think about what it means in Hindu culture. The way the statue uses the staff to dig into the ground might suggest a link between the sky and the earth, a theme often seen in Hindu stories. This mix of technology and tradition makes you wonder about the advanced ideas that ancient people might have had, just like how we try to understand what our ancestors knew. What's even more intriguing is the statue's high-tech look. It raises questions about the knowledge and skills of the people from that time. Were they just using symbols, or were they hinting at real technological achievements? This thought alone makes us appreciate the statue more, showing how art and mythology can reflect deep ideas about the universe and our place in it. As we look at this unique statue, it's hard not to feel connected to the past, thinking about the creativity and intelligence of ancient civilizations. This statue, a quiet but powerful storyteller, shows the human spirit's enduring desire to understand and shape our world, reaching for the stars even in ancient times. The heart of ancient stories, there is a god named Swarnakala Bhairava. This god is famous for his connection to wealth and is closely linked to gold. Legends say that Swarnakala Bhairava uses a special tool called a kila. This tool is not just any tool, it has divine powers, allowing Bhairava to dig deep into the earth and find veins of gold and other precious minerals. The kila is often described as a probe with the ability to sense and find underground treasures. This suggests that Swarnakala Bhairava might not just be a mythical figure, maybe he is an advanced being from another world. Some people even think that this god, shown as an astronaut in a spacesuit, could be an alien. His modern outfit and mining equipment add to this idea, making him look like a space miner traveling through the cosmos and Earth, searching for golden treasures. But this isn't the most surprising part. These stories fascinate people not just because they talk about wealth, but because they connect divine intervention with the possibility of advanced alien technology. Swarnakala Bhairava, with his kila, symbolizes a mix of ancient god and space explorer. Each time he digs into the soil, it's a quest for the shiny allure of gold, proving his celestial origin and mastery over the Earth's hidden riches. Does Swarnakala Bhairava represent ancient deities, or is the evidence of alien technology guiding humanity? Leave your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe for more.